Welcome back, everybody. Another edition of the Weekend High Podcast. We coming at you radio style this time. We haven't did a radio broadcast, or I guess in this format in a long time. It's your man KCL talking to you over the airwaves, and I got my partner in here, as always, Big Swag. Say what up to the
Salute.
people.
What's happening, y'all? Happy Black History
Yeah.
Month.
Yes, happy Black History Month. Another month. Well, it is another month in the year, second month of the year, 2024, also known as Black History Month. And this is a month, really, we always say Black History Month is basically every, month of the year. But this is the time of year you get, we should be learning this stuff all the time. You should be learning history all the time. But however,
Right.
powers that be in the dominant part of society, the sponsors. This is a money making time for a lot of people, just
Yeah,
like
the
Halloween or
Hallmark holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Sorry, yeah.
Right, there you go. There you go. But we salute to all the ancestors out there, the ones we know of and the ones we don't know of. And we also salute our own family ancestors because they are part of history and
Yes.
done things in history. So we want to salute them. And definitely in this time of year. Definitely do your due diligence and learn something more than Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, even though those are some big heavyweights there
This
still.
stuff outside the school textbooks,
Absolutely. There I've been started posting last week different influential black inventors and people we should know, such as the McKissick Group, which is the oldest not only black engineering firm, but one of the oldest engineering firms, period, in the country.
Yeah.
Because they always say, "Oh, you guys didn't build nothing. You guys didn't build nothing." Well, I don't think they would have a firm that's damn near over 100 years old if we were built.
I know.
So
The elder
McKissick and
statesman.
McKissick, yeah, they were brothers. These two brothers learned architectural engineering from their father, who was actually a slave. And so that debunks the thing of all we did was pick cotton and pick greens and tomatoes.
Not the
You know,
green.
you know what I'm saying? Don't pick your tomatoes. Eddie Murphy.
Okay, go pick some
Uh,
okra.
we were doing that, which is was part of the American economy, but we also were building things just like Brother Benjamin Banneker helped build the White House, I believe, or a lot of the monuments in Washington D.C. were built by it, not only built by, but actually
Design.
the architectural work designed right by slaves and former slaves. So that's very important to know that and teach your kids. Also, I also posted, about a sister, Miss Mary Van Brittan Brown, who invented the first home security system. Her and her husband Albert. Her husband Albert was a electrician, and him and his wife, dealing with, most of us black folks, we deal with economic deprivation. So we usually put in a certain part of the city. You know what I'm talking about? Putting in a certain part of the city. So when I guess at that time in the 60s, crime was hot, heavy, and there's places like Hell's Kitchen in New York and all that. So they were in
Yeah.
Queens, and they designed the first home security system. So that's why you have all these big time like Ring and all this stuff. STEM. That's another nugget for y'all. So look that sister up. But let's get into it though. My week has been good. We have been very busy, me and Swag. So we do apologize for that. Excuse me, hitting y'all every weekend like we normally do. But we're going to try to push back to that format now that we get into the year, because I'm not going to lie, my holiday was very hectic, and first party is hectic. I'm working on some things in my spare time that's going to advance me financially. So that's taking up a lot of my time. And Swag, what I'm saying, doing his thing. He got things could advance him to financially with his boys.
Yeah,
So
right.
uh,
It's
you know,
basketball season. So,
yeah.
he's a basketball dad. Try to find time to rest. Try to find time to get more pay.
Yep, definitely. So bear with us, and hopefully that'll just make you hunger for the channel more. And if you are hungering for the channel more, make sure you do us a small favor. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We do
Please.
appreciate it. Any donations to help fund the show, we appreciate that too.
Look
Don't
out for
need
the
it, but
boy.
look out for your boys. You know what I'm saying?
It's free. It's free.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna get right into it, man. We're going into the news. A lot of news going on this week. A lot of things going on this week. And first thing, uh, first story I wanted to talk about. You know what? Excuse me. We're gonna start off on. Let's start off. Let's give a shout out to brother Carl Weathers passed away, and uh, remembering Carl Weathers, he was Creed himself, also Action Jackson. We remember that growing up, Action Jackson. Um, Played a lot of roles, significant roles, and I believe he passed away at the age of 76. So
Yep.
lived a full life. Hats off to him. He was still doing a little acting on the Star Wars. Star Wars been coming up with little
Yeah.
series
He,
here and there.
Mandalorian just
Yeah,
totally rejuvenated his career, man. He was back relevant again.
absolutely. Of course, he couldn't be a part of the Creed series that's going on because this character, died in the movie, in Rocky. So, but I'm sure he has. I don't know if he had any input, but shout out to brother Carl
Yeah, he was
Weathers.
he, was- he was he was living in America.
Yeah,
No, but his character name on the Mandalorian was Grief Karga, and he was a main character. He was main character, like a B tier character in that series, going in. So I'm sure his
yeah,
family is sad. So we shout out to rest in peace and prayers to the family and friends of Carl Weathers.
absolutely. Rest in heaven, brother Carl. Move on. I had to hit you with the sad news first, but you know what? Not too sad, brother. Brother lived a full life. He got to do, he's one of the actors we don't get to talk much about, but at the same time, made a significant impact because his
I
role was
know, but
Creed.
he
No,
wasn't Expendables though, wasn't he?
I believe so. I think he was. I think he was. Um, I believe so. But his, iconic role of Apollo Creed and Action Jackson, to be honest, because
Yep.
around that time, I mean, we did have brothers that had their own, like, Fred Williamson, of course, from Gary and stuff like that. But being in Rocky is like Eddie Murphy said in his joke. Every Italian dude seen Rocky and they thought they could beat a black dude, and they was in for a rude awakening. So brother Carl Weathers helped that a little bit because they were like, man, dude, So yeah, shout out to brother Carl. Uh, Moving right on, let's get on into it. This week, this woman right here, New Jersey mayor. This New Jersey mayor, she had a black man removed out of a municipal building, just for being black. Basically, that's basically what the whole thing is. So she demanded the black man be removed from the building. New Jersey mayor. Her last name is, I'm sorry, y'all, getting a little delay here. Gonna get her information pulled up in a second. All right. Yeah, she basically alleged to have a black man removed from a city building because of his race. New lawsuit claims that the mayor of Spotswood, New Jersey, tried to have a black man removed from a municipal building because of his race. Mayor Jackie Palmer. So her Mayo Fate. I'm sorry, I ain't. Let me not even.
I know
Her
she got
big.
all
Don't let the
flavors.
nose ring fool you. You know what I'm saying? That she got you seeing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, uh, you know, who she sleeps with don't negate how she feels about you. So that's one of the things. Sometimes with interracial dating, when on the sexual nature, but when it comes to real concrete stuff like politics and things like that, She's against the brother. You know what I'm saying? She only want to see you when it's time to go to bed. So you have to be careful who you elect. You know what I'm saying? So you really do. I mean, because she said that the lawsuit was basically filed in January 15th at Superior Court of Middlesex County by Spotswood police officer Richard Sasso Jr. According to Pix 11 News, Palmer went on to race in Spotswood removed by the police. Sasso is suing the borough of Spotswood and Palmer for unchecked power, cover-ups, and overt racism, including the incident in April. What also happened is the lawsuit claims that Palmer is the mayor. Now, she's in a predominantly white town with a population of less than 10,000 people. And she allegedly approached the black man in Spotswood Municipal Building while clearly aggravated. That's out of there. No reason. The black man reported the incident 3 days later on April 25th, 2022 at Spotswood Police Department. And Sasso was assigned to investigate. Sasso said surveillance footage from the city building. Now, before I go on, that this Richard Sasso dude, the cop, you see, he trying to kind of profit off of it by he filed it. He filed it. So he's kind of, he was called in to investigate. He filed the suit. So I ain't mad at it, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, what's his angle? So Sasso says surveillance footage from the city building showed Palmer being extremely. There you go. And she was being antagonistic and returned to the city building on April 28, 2022 and recorded the visit to document any wrongdoing. The mayor's staff called the Spotswood police claiming they need. Throughout this time, the resident did nothing inappropriate and was not threatening in any manner. Now, this is normal, It's a lot of times she just on her Karen swag. That's what that is. After the police arrived, he crime and arrested him, and arresting him would be a violation of his civil rights. The mayor became hostile, so she was trying to do I might not say so because she's the mayor. The elephant in the room is that he is. She said, now this is what she said. The elephant in the room is that he's fucking black. And this is not a diverse town. Let's be honest. That's what she said. I don't need BLM and the KKK fighting on our front steps over this. Let me just be clear that if we call downstairs, I expect someone fucking here. I cannot and will not tolerate anybody feeling unsafe here. Noting that the man, so now she's saying that she blaming him for something he do. She said, I could get fucking shanked because he decided he wanted to wait to see me. So and now she's already criminalizing the brother. The brother ain't did nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. The cop that investigated said, now this cop who investigated is a white dude. He said he did nothing threatening. He didn't threaten her in any manner. He didn't say nothing in any manner. Now she's already painting him with a knife to her throat, waiting outside her office. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Clearly she's a we like to call it SWS. I'm gonna say let me put up the bat signal just so so, but we know and I don't even want to say SWS. She is a SW. right, yeah, she's clearly a SW. And if you guys don't know what that means, then you'll figure it out because there has been some bumps and bruises on YouTube with us saying what we really want to say. You can't when you call people out, so we'll just use those initials. If you don't know what it means, email us at the Weekend High, and we will break it down for you. I see we'll break it down for you. There's an email address right there coming across the screen. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this swag? This whole situation.
Yeah, it's an egregious abuse of power. You know what I'm saying? I mean, clearly she was having a bad day and she decided to exact a wrath on what she felt was the path of least resistance, and that just happens to be a brother. Textbook classism, elitism, and
Yeah, baby.
racism allegedly. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, it's textbook racism. All day long. Let me go ahead and pick on now. They already said it's a predominantly white town, so let me go pick on the only black resident in the damn town, and you know what I'm saying. And let me push my power. I'll try to push my power and racism on
All
you.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So she doing what she does. This is not a. Think I don't feel like she had a bad day. I think that's just her repertoire. This is what she does. And
That's
she just
her
said
MO.
this is not a very diverse tab. You know what I'm saying? So she letting you know off top. Right. That's saying off top. You know what I'm saying? That's saying off top. This is
So
what
I
we
got the
get. We're
biggest bridges
sundown.
in
Like
this
this was the
town.
60s. She basically said this is sundown town. Right.
Mhm.
Right. This is basically a sundown town. You know what I'm saying? So now it also said that the footage. Let me see. Sasso said the footage. Hold on. Okay, now after the man returned to the building, the document he didn't do any wrongdoing. Okay, throughout this time, the resident did nothing inappropriate. That's what the cop said. And she said, also Sasso claimed that Palmer resents him due to his internal affairs investigation several years ago that resulted in the mayor's police officer's husband's resignation. Sasso claims Palmer retaliated against him for not defending her husband by withholding promotions. So she got on him for not being on code with her SWS, or I'm sorry, her SW ways. You know what I'm saying? So our mayor, as you know, a self-proclaimed bully. This is what Sasso said. It's par for the course with her. You better start getting in line because when I tear through this place, the only people left standing are the people that I like. That's what she said. She said so. I mean, this lady's clearly SW all the way. Brothers and sisters, if you're traveling east, you need to stay clear of her ass and watch out for that town because like I said, I could tell this is an old sundown town or a good old boys town, and this is common. This is not an outlier. This is usually look, I'm in a town where we dominate, and I can abuse my power, because I'm in a position of power as the mayor. So now let me, what I'm saying, mess with the black folk. Now think about this: 10,000 people in the town, and they said they don't have a lot of black residents. So maybe you got maybe one or two or a couple there. You know what I'm saying? So
all right, less than a percent.
Right, just like you said, they still you still got to mess with us, and I'm sure the black residents there don't do nothing. Nobody don't, what I'm saying, they mind their business, do what they got to do, but you still find a way to poke and prod at us. You know what I'm saying? So the brother can't even be in the building because right. So the brother can't even come in the building and give his concerns to the mayor. Without her making up a whole narrative that he's some kind of criminal and he might have a knife outside waiting on. You know what I'm saying? So this is what a lot of them do. They will criminalize you. You ain't never done nothing. You ain't never had to beat you. You can never have a criminal record, but they will make a narrative up on you of, hey, we better watch him because
vilifying.
Right. So basically, in her head, she knew she was doing something wrong. Because think about it: if you didn't think you did nothing wrong, you wouldn't even be thinking of putting a narrative. Oh, he might have a knife waiting on me. So that's you already. So basically, you validating that you out here doing illegal stuff as the mayor, doing racist stuff because if you wasn't doing that, you wouldn't fear nobody waiting on you outside and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's clear that she's a SW all the way. And the people there need to vote her out. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It's a predominantly white town, that she said. Those are her words. So I don't know if it's enough of us there to get her ass up out of office. But from this incident alone, she should be dismissed as her duties as mayor in Spotswood. But moving right along, y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments below.
Why she look like she got all front teeth across the?
You know what I'm saying? 10-pack teeth having ass. You know what I'm saying? And she like she's got one little bar, they put lines in it. Hell yeah.
Like
they made one bar, just put some lines
mouthpiece.
in it. You know what I'm saying? you know. And also let me add to that. Just not only did that officer say she was racist, but it said a handful of members of the police department have described her as racist. Uh, Now, some people say she's not a racist. But it says a majority, a handful of police officers, and these are white police officers, say that she's racist. So I don't know if they throwing her under the bus because they don't want her office because what I'm saying. But I don't know why hey, I don't know why it's a reason. It's a reason. I don't think the reason they throwing her under the bus is due to us. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah,
like he said,
yeah.
like
The
Sasso,
name
Officer Sasso
Sasso,
said,
that's a
she
little.
can't
I don't know.
retaliate at me. Yeah, yeah. He said that she retaliated because I guess her husband-in-law or her husband's brother didn't get a promotion. So there could be some other ulterior motives for them bringing this to light. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they just woke
True.
up and like, you
Yeah.
know what, man, I just want to do the right thing. No, I mean, they could have though. They could. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
hey,
Hey,
it's less
it
than
sounds like a
likely from
stage
what I've
pile
seen.
on. This might be the only opportunity
Right.
they got to usurp her from her power. She's clearly abusing it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true too. That's true. All right, y'all, moving right along. Uh, I'm gonna take it back to another incident happened here. Now check this out. This happened. Now check this out. Now if you see the picture, you see these police officers all jumped on top of this person. You can't even see the person. There's so many cops up on them. And this is a teenager they jumping on. Now check this out. The teenager, when I first heard the story, I didn't know it was a brother. But this teenager is in Vermont. I didn't know. Hey, we are everywhere, but I didn't know it was a bunch of us up in Vermont and whatnot. But however, this is how I take it. Is basically, I believe probably a white family adopted a brother, and it said the mother, I guess because the black son, they trying to say he got mental issues, and he wasn't listening to them. So she said she thought she would try to get under his skin or get him back by calling the police on him. Now, when she did that, you heard what I just said. So she
Yeah.
said she was trying to teach him a lesson and call the police on this black child, man, black teenager. Now we know
I'm already
the
getting
history of
hot.
black, police officers with our kids and even us and our women in this country. You know what I'm saying? So now this is how I take it. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. Allegedly, she adopted this brother, this black teen, and to teach him a lesson, she called the police on him, and the police handcuffed him and injected him with ketamine after his mother reported e-cigarette theft. So a Vermont mother wanted to teach her then 14-year-old son a lesson after he came home with the e-cigarette he stole from a gas station. So she called the police. What happened next? This happened back in May 2021. It's the basis for a lawsuit by the mother alleging that Burlington police used excessive force and discriminated against her unarmed son who is black and has behavioral and intellectual disabilities. After he failed to hand over the last of the stolen e-cigarettes, two officers physically forced him to do so. Then Kathy Austrian's son was handcuffed and pinned to the ground as he screamed and struggled, according to the lawsuit filed Tuesday. The teen eventually was injected with ketamine, a sedative, then taken to a hospital. The police chose to respond to my son in unprovoked violence and use of force when they could and should have followed their own procedures and used safe, supportive methods. My thing is, why in the fuck did your ass call the police?
Yeah,
Because you want
bitch,
to
you
teach
putting
him
his
a
life.
lesson.
I'm sorry, man. She put his life in danger, and then they injected horse tranquilizer in the child.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up. Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, I'm going to know, like, if you already know, I guess she's wants to play racially dumb. Like, oh, I didn't know if I called the police, you know what I'm saying, on a black kid, what they were going to do to him. So now you trying to file a lawsuit with the ACLU and all this stuff. Um, like, so you didn't know this was going to happen. So now
Yeah,
now you got a lawsuit because they jumped on your boy and they pumped him full of ketamine.
she gonna try to play the tone deaf role, and then gonna try to double back and get paid from the mishap. I'm like, she put his life in jeopardy, and she can't be that stupid.
Yeah, yeah. She put his life in jeopardy to try to play some kind of now I understand, if he stole something he had no business stealing, that's one thing, but that's when you do your parenting as a parent, you don't call the police. Especially if you talk about he has now in the lawsuit you talking about he got behavioral and intellectual disabilities. So if he has these behavioral intellectual disabilities when he stole something, you should have known how to deal with that. Calling the police is not going to deal. Police are not behavioral and intellectual disability specialists. So why would the hell would
Maybe
you
if it was a
call
birth
them?
son,
It would have been better for you
maybe
to
if it was
call
a
a
birth son.
therapist or get him a counselor. Uh-oh, you got swag.
Yeah, I was saying maybe if it was her birth
We having a little
son.
technical difficulties, y'all. It's all good.
Oh,
But yeah, yeah. They that's the first thing. So that's another thing. This is another reason. Now, a lot of y'all may disagree with me. Um, I do feel like and believe that black children that are up for adoption should be trying to be placed in black homes, because you have less of this cultural. You have less incidents like this happen. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
A lot of times, even if people want to do the right thing, let's say they say they're not SWSs and they just like, oh, we just really want to help somebody. That's cool and all, but you can't be. Most of y'all from the dominant society are culturally ignorant anyway. Y'all have no wherewithal of what black people and our culture and black Americans and our culture. You know what I'm saying? So why would you go out and adopt a black child? Because you're trying to you got this guilt in you. I want to do something nice for one of these black. You know what I'm saying? You want to play Mr. Drummond. Yeah, they want to play Mr. Drummond. Oh, I want to be just like Mr. Drummond on Different Strokes. I used to watch that growing up. You know what I'm saying? Let me go get some poor ghetto black kids and I'm gonna strap them. I'm gonna show you, or like trading places. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got $1 bet. I bet you I can get a black kid, and if I dress him up and put him in exactly, man. Like I really feel like it's very dangerous to have people who are not a part of our culture being able to adopt our children. You know what I'm saying? Because like if this was a Tommy or Kevin from Home Alone, you know what I'm saying? She wouldn't have called. She wouldn't if this was her own flesh and blood. Let me tell now, damn well if this was her own flesh and blood, she wouldn't call no damn police. Because I know that because guess what? Most of the time they never call the police and their kids do what? Their kids go to school and shoot up the damn school. You know what I'm saying? We see enough of that constantly. It's a woman right now that's getting ready to get charges on her because her son shot up the damn school. He got life, so now her ass is on trial. You know what I'm saying? So and they always talk about, oh, I didn't know Tommy was building a bomb in this room. I didn't know he had a gun. I didn't know, or like in the Rittenhouse situation, they bought him the damn gun. You know what I'm saying? So
hell yeah. But I mean, on the other side of the token, let's just say she did call the cops on Keegan. They're not gonna do Keegan like they did your brother there. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no, they ain't. Oh no, they ain't gonna do that. They can, as I said, she wouldn't call the cops on Keegan in any way. But if you're right, if she did call the cops on him, guess what they would have did? We'll scare them straight. That they wouldn't even scare them straight. They were like, hey buddy, you want to be a police? Come on, buddy, don't do that to your mom. Come on, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Give him the buddy. They would have took him in the squad car, rolled him around, took him to Burger King like Dylan Roof and shit.
Oh, not the Dylan gang.
You want to go to Burger King? Want to get the Dylan special. That's one Whopper, a large fry, an onion ring, and a shake. The Dylan pack. You know what I'm saying? So so how dare this person, what I'm saying, oh, they think they doing something. Now, allegedly, I don't know. I'm just judging by the last name of the mother. I could tell because I'm thinking Vermont. What a black kid doing in Vermont? So he clearly, he's adopted. You know what I'm saying? Because Vermont, we don't. It's not a big population of us in Vermont, and I highly doubt a black mother is going to call the police in this climate. You know what I'm saying? After everything that's going on, we've seen hundreds of times where black people call, we've seen when black people call for their loved ones and say, hey, my loved one, he in here acting strange. I don't need y'all to come arrest him. I just need y'all to help me with him. And then the person ended up dead. We've seen that millions of times from 20, you know what I'm saying? Me and you've covered these stories where, hey, my brother has mental issues, so I call the police. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up shooting them. So, but most black folks know, most foundational black Americans, at least, I don't know about African Americans, but most foundational black Americans know you don't call the damn police, you know what I'm saying, on your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know.
That's when somebody's life is already in danger. Not to try to bring the danger to the party.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I mean, that's just like that's just crazy. The boy got that kind of issue, and you gonna call the police on him. Now it said that also he was handcuffed and pinned to the ground. He eventually was injected with ketamine. It said the police chose to respond. She told us the police chose to respond to my son with unprovoked violence and use of force when they could and should have followed their own procedures. Bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up.
I know you already invited the vampires into your home, bitch.
Right. Right, you invited them over and shit. Probably was making coffee and donuts.
Yeah, and you can tell they have to know good because
let me get the coffee
like, oh
ready.
shit,
They'll be over in a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. So they talk about this, or this underscores the need for sufficient police training in dealing with people with disabilities. Like I said, they're not the police officers. Sometimes, as we call them, race soldiers. You know what I'm saying? If they on the SWS side of the game, they're not there to sit his ass on the couch and get a pen and pad out. You know what I'm saying? What's bothering you, man?
And have a heart to heart in that moment.
It's just dumb for them to do that. Right, exactly. Now the officers say if he returns the e-cigarettes over, they'll leave and he won't be charged. He doesn't respond. After 10 minutes, the officers move to forcibly remove the last of the e-cigarettes. So the kid is 230 pounds, they said. You know what I'm saying? So he's a big boy.
Blind side.
Now. Right, but still, that don't make no difference. Just because he's a big boy, that don't really make no difference.
I'm talking about the whole scenario.
He still should have been treated
the whole
like
scenario.
That. And oh yeah. Just like I was seeing I was watching Brother Tariq, matter of fact, and he was showing. I got to list him because that's where I saw it first. So cite my sources, y'all. He was showing, he was talking about I guess a white gay couple who had adopted a black little girl, and they were talking, they was just talking bad about the little, what do you do with her hair? And then the baby is less than a year old. It's like, you don't do nothing with a damn baby's hair less than a year old. You just let it grow. You know what I'm saying? And oil it and moisturize it
shit.
And let it
wash
grow. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that real baby hair was real light. You really don't have to do too much to it. You don't have to do nothing to it. It's just gonna be curly.
Keep it clean and keep it brushed. That's all.
Right. And the thing is, and that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of these people, just like, remember the parody, which was a true story on Atlanta. When them two lesbians had the black kids and they was feeding them that raw chicken, and they killed the kids at the end.
When they was
right.
Kombucha.
Right. Yeah. These folks. I think when you try to adopt somebody who's not in your culture, you should be vetted, man. Because how do you know that person is not an SWS and just want to get a hold of a black kid so they can do whatever they want?
They're trying to get a government kickback,
You know what I'm saying? So, We need
That's
to,
a three
we,
snaps episode.
definitely. So, family out there, if you are in a position, you don't have kids or cannot have kids, and I know you probably think about artificial insemination on that. Please think about adopting a child, one of our kids out here. You know what I'm saying? Because it would just do a great service. You know what I'm saying? It would do a great service. You know what I'm saying? Because we need more of our kids being adopted with
Hey,
us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to ask a question that's off topic, and I don't mean to sound any kind of way, but have you really seen where black couples adopt a white child?
No, I don't even think they would let them
I mean,
do. Actually, I'm gonna take that
not
back.
even celebrities.
I knew somebody. I'm gonna actually take. I knew somebody personally that had a foster child that was a white kid, and she was black, and it was a black. It was a little white. It was a little white baby, and she had the white baby because she had a black baby, and I think the black one ended up getting adopted. So then she still had the white little baby left, and she was just raising him and raising. He had braids and all that, and you know what I'm saying? She had to braid the boy hair up. I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't gonna front. She had braided the little man hair up. He was braided up. You know what I'm saying? And but that's the only thing I can think of. But as far as a full
But
adoption,
that's
no.
foster parenting. That's a little different than adopting and making your own,
Right,
taking the
right, exactly.
name. Yeah.
See, I don't even think they would give us the opportunity to do that. You get what I'm saying?
I really don't see them not trying to at least stand in the way of it. I mean, you don't even see
Right.
that on the celebrity circuit, you know.
No, no. You see them with us, but you don't see us
I
with
mean,
them.
nah, in the extreme circumstance, let's just say, like, okay, like one of my in-laws died, both couples, and then I adopt my white niece or my white nephew, something like that, where we were already related. That'd be the only way I could ever see that happening. So,
If that though, you get what I'm saying? I mean,
if even that, yeah,
if
because
that,
yeah, you're right. I shouldn't even say that
they
shit.
gonna they gonna say it's not. They would probably say something legally like it's not in the best interest of the child, or they would try to find another family member who looked like the
Yeah,
child
yeah,
to
or
adopt.
start pulling receipts on me to discredit me. You know.
Exactly. So, um, remember we did a case on. We did a. It was a story on that. Remember when the his sister had adopted the white child. Remember they got on the airplane and they said that she was trying to kidnap the child.
Oh, yep,
Yeah,
yeah, I remember now.
yeah, yeah. I think I don't know how she ended up adopting the little girl, but she adopted the little girl, and
I
then they
forgot all
said that
about that.
when she got off the flight, the police was waiting for her because people had called and said that she trying to
Yeah, I
kidnap
was
this little
waiting on
white
you at the
child.
door.
Actually, I take that back. She didn't adopt the child. I think she was the child's caretaker or nanny or something like that. I don't know if she had really. No. She did. I think she did adopt it. It was something that happened. I think either the parent. She was good friends with the
Yeah,
parent.
yeah,
The
they were
parent
related,
died.
man. They were related, man.
Right, and the parent died. So she ended up having a little girl, and she said every time she goes somewhere, white people be calling the police on her because they be trying to say she kidnapping the child.
They hit it with the bleed twice if you're in danger.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. So yeah, and don't get mad at me, y'all leave it in the comments, don't get mad at me, but I just feel that culturally it is better for our children to be with people who look like us because you don't have the thing of what do I do with her hair? What do I feed them? What do I, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to
Yeah,
deal with that.
that's
And
right.
then
Like this is us.
right. You know what? Another thing too. I went to school with a brother when my mother moved us to the suburb. My mother got a better job. We was in the hood in Gary, and then we moved to the suburbs out there, Illinois, northwest suburbs, and I had to go to school out there. And I remember it was a brother out there. It wasn't too many of us at the school, maybe 10 of us in my graduating class for y'all. But I went I went from a school that was really 50% black, 50% white to a school that was like 90% white, 10% black. So when I went out there, it was a brother there. And the brothers that I knew, we was all from the city, the Chicago urban area. So we all kind of clicked like, we out here.
Yeah.
Our parents got better jobs, we out here, right? But then there was a brother, because I was like, yeah, why I was like, why this brother don't ever sit with us? And they was like, oh, he a sellout, he lame, he a lame. But I went up to the brother. I just don't want to believe what people tell me. So I'm like, "What's up, bro?"
Yeah,
Because
you
he would
can't
always
take
be looking
everything
like
at
he
face
want to come.
value.
His ears will perk up like he want to come to our table, but he never would. And I said, "Man, you can sit with us." And he was like, "I can." And I said, "Yeah, man, come on." And I took him to the table. And they was like, "Why you bringing him over here?" And I'm like, "That's our brother, man." And they like, "Oh, he lame." I said, "Well, we got to teach him how not to be lame. He don't know."
Go, boy.
Because he told,
Brother Malcolm.
yeah, because he told me, he said, "Man, I was adopted by white folks out here. I'd never been around no other black kids like that. So when I seen y'all, I was like, oh, there go my people. I want to, what I'm saying? I want to learn,
Yeah.
So
Good on you, man.
after that, everybody trying to, they the friends, they kind of mocked me at first, like, "Oh, why you bring his lame ass over here? He a lame man, blah blah blah." But after a while, they stopped messing with him, and they invited me in. He started sitting by us all the time because he's always sitting with, and there's nothing wrong with him sitting with the little white
Hell
lady.
yeah, I bet he felt like he was back, finally at
He,
home.
he felt exactly. He felt
Man,
like,
good
okay,
on you, KZ.
you know what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up.
And yep, he and ever since then he's a good brother too, man, good brother. He ended up being a good brother. He just told me, he's like, "Man, I just never been around. I was adopted, so that's what I'm saying. It's better for us to be with our own as far as adoption goes, so that we, so that we can the child can have a cultural knowledge and cultural experience, and won't have to grow up awkward. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like, oh well, I don't really belong, or I gotta assimilate. We already assimilated in
Yeah.
the system as it is. You know what I'm saying? So now
Yeah.
it's like you double assimilated. And when you go home,
Double
when you
agent
go home,
gang.
right? When you go home, it don't stop. So when you leave, you go in the world, you gotta assimilate, and when you come home, you can't be yourself. So leave your thoughts and comments below, though. You know what I'm saying? You might feel differently. I respect everybody's opinion. But moving right along, y'all, keeping the show rolling and moving and grooving.
Mash the
Let's
buttons,
talk
y'all.
about. I'm gonna tell this a funny story, man. Oh, actually, let's talk about, man. I don't know if you've seen District Attorney Fonnie. Yeah. So Fonnie Willis is in the news. District Attorney Fonnie Willis is in the news, and basically she was the attorney that was working on the Donald Trump case. If y'all didn't know that already, but her notoriety, she had notoriety from that, but also she has had notoriety from not basically not bringing any charges against what we call the race soldiers who were killing black men during the pandemic in Atlanta. She let all the police officers go who basically killed unarmed black men. She let them go. And that's nothing new because Kamala Harris, vice president, she has a history of that too. If y'all ever watch, once again, if y'all watch the movie Last Black Man in San Francisco, the brother, the light-skinned brother with the ponytail, he got a little ponytail in there, with the long, he's the real brother who Kamala Harris put in jail. He was innocent, so he ended up getting, I think, $10 or $15 million lawsuit from the city of San Francisco because of that. So this Bonnie Lewis is kind of on the same thing. She never brings up charges against somebody who does something wrong against black folks. But if you black and you do something, she Young Thug, she got him, and
put
you
the
know what I'm saying?
shoes to him, yeah.
Right. Everybody else, she putting heels to you, and now she's in trouble. As you see on the picture, the brother in back of them that walking, they kind of walking like they just came out of the room, got a little session in. He got that pit wall like shit. I just got through tagging that ass, and that's in the conference room. But
he do got that little swag, don't he?
Right. So she was messing with, this brother was married, or he was separated, going through a divorce. She was messing with him when he was still married. And she basically, I guess his pimping was strong and his stroke was strong enough for her. She was busting him down with money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and she made him like lead on the Donald Trump case. So I guess Donald Trump's attorneys did some digging and found that he had a personal relationship, which is basically, you can't do that. It's basically a clash of interest there, that you can't be working on a case with somebody and y'all having relations. So
Never
she kind
dip
of
your pen in the corporate ink.
Right. But the reason that's so big to a lot of people because she has come off as an attorney who's really noble. Like I'm hard nosed. I do justice. I do that. Like I got it all figured out. You can't tell me nothing. Type of female, black girl magic. I know what I'm doing. But you bringing all these brothers. You bringing all these brothers up on charge. It's like what I'm saying. You are putting people down for doing wrong, and the people who are doing wrong, you're not bringing them up on charges. Now you get caught up doing some side side
idiocy. Yeah.
You on some side piece shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's like when a lot of the sisters and brothers too, but a lot of sisters and brothers when we get in positions of power, a lot of time they are bought and paid for. So she's one of those ones that's kind of bought and paid for, and want to act like, oh, I'm so noble, I do the right thing, ain't about black and white, it's about justice. But at the same time, you creeping with a married man, and you giving him, I think he got upwards of between allegedly $100,000 to $600,000 up out of her. So she doing some corporate pimping. Like you said, we got to tip my hat to his pimping. But and it's just a lot of things. It's like it seems like a lot of our prominent black people, like men and women who get these high profile positions, they always fall short if they bought and paid for, and they always trying to be famous or show themselves off like her. You know what I'm saying? She's known for always kind of posting pictures and stuff. And, instead of doing all that, it's like if she was bringing basically the people up really handling justice. And I'm not saying justice don't mean that she just prosecute all the white people. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying if she's really doing her job and prosecuting people who was doing wrong, especially cops who was out here killing unarmed black men, you ain't gonna bring them up, but you all trying to get Young Thug about the paint. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why do you when they get in positions of power, they sit there and just fall? They always crumble. You know what I'm saying? They always crumble, man.
Because they got promises to keep. Seemingly, allegedly.
Yeah. Yep. And so now basically her career is gonna be over because you know what they do. WS always breaks their tools, as our man TBA said. They always break the tools, and so she served her purpose. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, now we got something on you. Now we
now she got a blemish on her name.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know what that need to. It's like. When we get sisters and brothers, we get in prominent positions. A lot of time, what they'll do with the sisters is they'll say, oh, you better than the brothers. You know what I'm saying? You above them. We elevate you, because once again, like I've always said on this show, and then also in Dr. Frances Cress Welsing's book, she talks about how basically the men in the dominant society aren't worried about the females in our society. They look at them as concubines, fetishes. I'll elevate you because I ain't got to worry about you. You ain't a man. You get what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day.
Right. At the end of the day, I can go down to the slave quarters and kick it with you. Get what I want up out of you, skeet and skedaddle. You know what I'm saying? Skeet and skedaddle game, and go back to Imogene up at the big house. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sad that a sister like this, who could be doing a lot of work for the community and bringing a lot of justice to the community, chooses to basically go for self. And now that she went for self, bam, now they got you.
Yep. You
know what I'm saying? Hey, look, for all we know, this brother here, his last name is Wade. He could be a plant from the dominant society. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, we know we can trip her.
Yeah, the plot thickener.
Exactly. So now we got something on her ass. If she ever flip on us, we got something on her.
And he's gonna do his part. So, yeah.
I don't know. exactly. You know that. You know. But moving right along, leave your thoughts and comments below. Moving right along. Another incident that was big in the news was this here in New York. I don't know if you've heard about this, but in New York, New York Holocaust claim, basically New York Holocaust survivors have been recognized by New York State and the mayor. That's the mayor there that you see on the picture. Or I'm sorry, not the mayor, because the mayor is a brother. That's the governor. Governor Kathy Hochul today claimed that the New York State Department of Financial Services Holocaust Claims Processing Office, which assists Holocaust victims with and their heirs. You hear that? And their heirs recovering stolen assets, has helped secure and return over 183 million in compensation to victims and their heirs for bank insurance and other material
Oh,
losses.
so reparations.
Additionally, through
That's what
this
you
initiative,
described.
oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, they've been getting it.
I didn't mean to interrupt
No, no, no. You go ahead. We had a little delay. Nah, go ahead. You.
you. Nah, go ahead, man.
Okay. Well, additionally, through the initiative, the Department of 250 cultural objects since its inception in 1997. With every passing year, our living mirror of the Holocaust may be further away, but it is imperative that we stand firm in our goal of dispelling anti-Semitism. Hate has no home in New York. That's what she said, unless it's black folks. But she didn't say that part. I did. But so they basically victims and benefit. So basically, they're processing over 183 million for victims and beneficiaries and heirs. So basically, yeah, reparations. So now this is funny that when black folks talk about reparations, everybody is up in arms against it, whether they're Latino, whites. Yeah, I'm saying it, white Latinos, Arabs, basically everybody who is designated racially as white, Asians, or honorary white in some cases. They are against it. When you say, hey, black people, shouldn't we get reparations for slavery? They're like, no. But if you say, hey, should the Holocaust victims get money? Yeah, and they've been getting money for years, decades, man. This is not the first instance of them getting money. I remember we did the story on them getting reparations. Some of them are getting right now $250,000 a year. Remember we did the story on that, I want to say a year or two ago, that they are actually getting benefits.
Yeah, I ain't in the business of blocking anybody else's blessings, but can we get mine? Can we get ours? That's all I.
Absolutely right. I'm not in the business. I'm not gonna sit up here and say, well, they don't deserve it or anything. Hey, if they get theirs, they get theirs. But see, this is the problem and the issue. When we talk about getting ours, some of the people who get theirs have a problem with
it. And
you know what I'm saying? They say we don't deserve it.
Yep. And then it's like older black people are think it's a dishonorable thing to even ask for reparations. So I mean, they already broken in the game.
Right. And the sad part about it, yeah, you're right. You do get it. You do get a lot of older black folks who say, "Oh, we shouldn't get it, whatever." But the crazy part, let me tell you this: we also did the story, Swag. Remember when the Tulsa massacre? Some of the remaining living Tulsa massacre victims, remember they was asking for it, and they told them no.
Yeah.
I'm talking about these brothers and sisters, 100-something and 90-something years old, and they told them no.
Yeah, they right there. They kids approaching 75, you know.
And they got bombed on the first time.
Yeah,
the only time
the only bomb on U.S. soil.
Right, on U.S. soil.
The home team.
Exactly. So, this is just another slap in the face. And and if you are a black person talking about we don't need reparations, you need to slap yourself. You need to be slapped in the face. You need to slap yourself in the face, unless you're a tether. If you're a tether, I understand why you're mad. But I just don't see how you could sit there and say, because the reason we're asking, it's not about asking, it's old. Like you said, remember I did the story on Miss I can't think of her name. Damn, I want to say Miss Pearl, but remember, her land. I posted this on my Facebook. Her
Oh yeah, I
land
remember.
was
I remember.
her people was forcibly pushed off their land by a white racist mob, and 80 years later, she's just now getting this land back. So for 80 years, that was wealth that could have been made. That was all kind of stuff that could have been passed down to generations,
I'm
money and everything.
generational legacy.
Exactly. I'm talking about land that is, worth something. So now, how do you figure that we don't deserve nothing? So if somebody came now my non-black listeners, now somebody came to your house right now with a gun and say, get your ass out, rape your wife, put a chain on you, got your son, and then did put your ass to work for not even 400 years, let's say 10 years, let's say 5 years, put you to work for 5 years, and then okay, we done with the work now, you free to go, and you say, well damn, we did all that work, you raped my wife and did this, what do I get? You don't get shit. And you don't, and not only don't you get shit, we're gonna sharecrop your land, so you don't own the house. You get to live in the house, but you have to work to live here, something that you already own. So
Yeah,
you know what I'm
you'll get to
saying?
live here
You,
for
you know,
free, man.
damn well they wouldn't be in agreement with something like that. So I don't see how you can sit up here and say we don't
Oh, that would
deserve
be
something.
that would be un-American.
Exactly. And it ain't about us deserving nothing. It's what's owed. You know what I'm saying? If I borrow $5 from Swag, yeah, he can't. I'm not going. I'm not going. He can't cut when he come to collect his money. Say, hey man, where's my $5? I can't say, well, you
I
don't
just come to
deserve
see
it,
about that $5.
right? Well, and I look at him and say, you don't deserve the $5. He'll be like, what you mean I don't deserve it? You owe it to me. It ain't about me deserving it. You owe it to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't feel well. If I give you the $5, you just gonna blow it on. You just gonna blow it on something. Well, that's his prerogative. What he want to blow the damn money on. You know what I'm saying? Well, Swag, I'm not gonna give you the money because you're just gonna blow it on cigarette, or you gonna blow it on gas, or you gonna blow it on something I don't want you to spend the money.
Chicken.
Right? You're just gonna go get a $5 Popeyes meal. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me when you hear these people on the internet and you hear people that say, hey, well, you don't deserve nothing. Y'all didn't build nothing. Y'all didn't do this. Y'all didn't do that. So, and we had ancestors who worked for 400 years for free labor to build this country. Remember, the country wasn't built. If you talk about 1776, we was here before 1776, and the country wasn't built until we helped build it. Whether we was forcibly made to build it or not, we still built the shit. You know what I'm saying? We cleared the brush, we laid the railroads, and then in the 20s, you see Ellis Island, you see everybody else coming to benefit off what we had been building for. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and then let me add something to that. Also, not only did they get 183 million to the Holocaust survivors, which I'm not saying they don't deserve, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm like Swag. I just want to get mine. But Texas has a new report that says Texas has spent an eye-popping $124 million to bus migrants to Democratic-run cities. Now that's 124 million just spent busing the migrants from Texas to other cities like Chicago, New York, and all that. So they just blew $124 million. That's some of our reparations money right there.
Man,
you always hear, we ain't got the money.
Texas getting them out of Texas and then sending invoices. They ain't slick.
Right. But they're saying that, oh man, we don't have the money to do this, but they got money, 124 million to bus migrants. Then now, listen,
kick that shit up.
Now what you think about this? There's another report. There's another report that says that U.S. cities there are some U.S. cities that want to pay illegal immigrants $15,000 to move to their city. So not only they coming in here getting benefits, they getting jobs. It's cities in state of Kansas and less populated states want to pay migrants 15 illegal migrants $15,000 to $15,000 to move to their cities. What do you think about that one, Swag?
They trying to the reverse gerrymander. Man, they're trying to offset the lack of support from the black male vote that I've been hearing about is dwindling.
Yeah. So it says small American city is so desperate for workers it doesn't just want migrants to move there. It will pay them $15,000 to come. Cities like New York, Chicago, and Denver are struggling to care for 100,000 migrants busting in from Texas, as up to 10,000 across from Mexico every day. But Topeka, the capital of Kansas, wishes a few of those buses would come this way to join the Hispanic community and make up 17% of the population. So Kansas is out here putting the cape on. But they want to pay them $15,000 to come to the city, but they ain't say they want to pay no black people to come there for 15,000,
No,
or the
and
black people who live in
they're
Kansas
not sending them
already.
to the
They don't want to give
suburbs.
them 15,000.
They're not sending them to the suburbs where they ain't wanted. They bring it to the big cities to offset the black people and giving them a $15,000 signing bonus to do it. Yeah. Madness.
Oh, you T-Paining. Uh-oh. Little technical difficulties. Swag over there T-Paining. He sound like
I gotta get back
T-Pain.
to
You doing it too. It sounds just like it.
For real, still.
But I just think that's a slap in the face, man. I think that's a slap in the face when you say we can't afford reparations, but then y'all willing to pay 124 million to bus migrants, illegal migrants, mind you, not even U.S. citizens. Then you want to pay illegal, not U.S. citizens, $15,000 to move to different places in the country. Then they getting they getting also job training. So they getting all this stuff that the black people here in this country don't have. They ain't had no job training. All these homeless black folks, they didn't do no job training for them. They didn't get them $15,000 to say, hey, get on your feet and get you a place to stay, get you a job. You know, we gonna train you, give you a job. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like all these benefits are opening up, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of the benefits our ancestors fought for, like the DACA program, which is the Dreamer. Dreamer is not Martin Luther King. We can't get none of that Dreamer money. You know what I'm saying? We can't get one penny of that Dreamer money, which is named after Martin Luther King. Now, listen to this. There's another report that says how much illegal immigrants cost this country. And they say that the illegals coming over, 10,000 of them a day, is costing roughly 150.7 billion shared between federal and state governments. And that's just 1 year. So in 1 year, they've spent under Joe Biden $150.7 billion. Billion. Now we looking for like 10, 20 trillion for the reparations movement. But that shit, that 150.7 billion could have been a start. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that. So 150.7 billion they done already spent in 1 year. And I didn't even throw Ukraine all the money, the billions that Ukraine got sent. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even go you talk about that. But just in one, right. So when you hear them say, oh, we don't have no money, it will bankrupt the country. Well, shit, the country ain't bankrupt yet, and y'all, and they spending money daily. Remember, they was putting the illegal immigrants in luxury hotels in New York. Remember that shit? They was feeding them, put them in luxury hotels in the beginning, doing the most. Like,
hey, they could start me out with that. Can't afford it because we skint like more than 1 trillion for that COVID relief. Remember? And they're paying people for not going to work and spreading it. Man, that was trillions. Man, they could afford that shit. They could afford to cut us checks right now if they really wanted to, if they felt they had to.
Yeah, they can. They can. On a 20, even if it was a 20, okay, we gonna play off for 20 years, everybody go get this set amount every year. They could do that right damn now if they wanted to. And they know it, and they know they could.
Give me a nasty
But that's the plan. They want us to be the eternal underclass. That's why they're okay with us being economically deprived. They are. They're okay with you being economically. Because think about it. If they gave the reparations, that crime would go down, the economy would go up. Because, like you said, the money is going to be spent here, put back into the economy, so the economy would do well. House prices probably would drop. Everybody get their house. Crime would. I'm telling you, crime gonna go down because a lot of the crime that's done is done out of economic deprivation because I
And
don't have
property
this.
value gonna go up because we're gonna be trying to improve our station and buying up communities, setting up, real
Right.
ecosystems of how we do it. And not even on the separatist type deal, but just bolster our infrastructure so we can have something to pass on to our um
Right,
yeah,
to our heirs and
yeah,
beneficiaries. So now,
right.
and also, imagine how many businesses would open up. You get what I'm saying? So not only you would have businesses opening, you would have, so the economy would probably be its strongest probably ever. You know what I'm saying? Because you would have so much money circulating around the country. You know what I'm saying? Inside the country. You know what I'm saying? Circulating, businesses opening, houses getting bought, values going up. But most people, they don't want that. They would rather see us economically deprived and rather pay illegal immigrants. Remember, who we don't even know about, not even Americans, not veterans, not no part of this country, not even Americans. They would rather pay them than
Hmm.
do what's right and pay us. Now that just goes to show you, what I'm saying, how the system is set up. You know, I mean, it just makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. But another thing also, they're scared of us getting that money because then guess what? Then we move into better neighborhoods and then we can move next to them. So it's like, oh my God, they're moving. Oh my God, I gotta. Oh, they're coming. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, it's just funny to see that they say, oh, we don't have the money to do it, but then it, it's billions getting spent yearly for illegals. And a lot of and if you look at Chicago, a lot of the illegals there are committing crimes. They raped a little girl. They done shot somebody. Remember, the illegals in New York, one of them ran over the damn police. You know what I'm saying? So they out here acting a damn fool. And you
Wow.
got to remember, none of these people who are crossing the country illegally are vetted. You
You
don't,
said
you
they
don't know their
OD out.
criminal history in those countries they coming from. Right? They're not getting vetted. They not because their criminal history is in that country. So when they come over here, they got a clean slate.
Mhm.
And they get money, jobs, and all that.
Mhm.
So you would, wherever your country you come from, you could have killed 5 people and molested 3 girls, and then you come here and everybody, hey, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you that. So you like, well, damn, thanks. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like
a
you don't
diplomat
know who
status.
these people are, right? They just get coming through, and then there have been reports allegedly of Chinese nationals coming through Mexico to get in here. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause remember we had the whole remember those blips. Remember those
Yeah.
blimps that were floating over the country last year? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, and a lot of people are saying these guys who are coming through Asian nationals who are coming through Mexico look like soldiers. They don't look like downtrodden, like, oh my God, I just want to
Yeah,
escape.
yeah, they
Please
clothes
help
wasn't
me.
falling off
They
of
look,
them, nothing.
no, no, they look like they came here for a mission. So, I don't agree with the
Covert
borders being, I don't
operation.
agree with the borders being open. Yeah, I don't agree with Biden's policy of keeping the borders open. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's just the worst thing ever. So basically, he want to keep the borders open so he can get votes. He thinking, oh man, if I let all these illegals in, then they're gonna vote for me. When I know when they get over here, they vote Republican. They don't even vote. They don't even vote for no damn Democrats. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's just the fact. You can look up the numbers. You can Google that and look up the numbers. But moving right along, y'all. So reparations now, man. Definitely we're gonna keep pushing for reparations. Them checks is coming. Hot off the press. I know they're gonna be here soon. So, but we gonna keep it moving right now. And your boy Biden, he was in South Carolina. Of course, he do his normal run around. Oh, let me go to the black churches and the old folks. You got Jim Crow Jim Clyburn with him, and
Clyburn,
it
yeah, there
said
you go.
it said in this report that the black South Carolina voters are not coming out like they thought. So his numbers have dropped. Once again, we ain't going for the trick bag, and we're not going for fake promises and hey, and all this kind of stuff because he ain't done nothing for no black folks. You know what I'm saying anything he does is a lift off. it includes everybody, or he'll say people of color, which don't include us, or diversity, which don't include us.
He's a
So
gift dog guy.
yeah, I'm gonna do something for everybody. So that'll trickle down effect, which never trickles down to us. So just wanted to share that. So he's not doing good. He ain't gonna be reelected. But moving right along.
Yeah. It started to look like he got another one termer on their hand, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah, get his ass up out of office. I don't swing to either side. I swing for who gonna do the most for black folks, who gonna give reparations. Whoever ain't doing, if neither party is doing nothing for us, then I'm gonna do nothing, and I will be withholding my vote.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Of
keep the
course.
same energy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep, exactly. Now,
Hey, but
as they
look like 45 about to do a Grover Cleveland, ain't he?
yeah, it look like he gonna try to get back up in there. Moving right along to some entertainment news. Now, cartoons have long been used as propaganda to come at foundation of Black Americans and make us look bad and down. Now, the Peanuts gang, your boy Franklin, they did an update. If you see in the picture on the left, y'all, you see Franklin sitting by himself, and all the white Peanuts gang characters.
Oh damn!
That's from the old cartoon. So now I guess the Peanuts gang, they did an update on the right. Now you see him sitting right next to him. You see Charlie Brown sitting next to him, Linus sitting next to him. So they did an updated. This is the Thanksgiving special, Charlie Brown special. They did an update to it, and now they got him sitting around the Peanuts characters. Everybody sitting around him, because first, the old school one, they had him sitting by himself, like, oh, we don't want to sit by his black ass. We don't, what I'm saying? Basically the segregation side of the game. That's what they did back in the day.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, most of us probably didn't notice it because, we kids. If you're a kid, you probably don't notice
I mean, we innocent eyes, but that's wow. How did I notice that?
Yeah, so they said that Charlie Brown applauded for finally fixing black characters' racist seating arrangement decades after airing controversial Thanksgiving special. Franklin Armstrong. I never knew Franklin had a last name. Franklin Armstrong, the fictional black character and friend of Charlie Brown, has finally been invited to the other side of the table in the new special. Snoopy presents Welcome Home, Franklin. The character of Franklin was first introduced to audiences in 1968 in the comic strip Peanuts, created by Charles Schulz in 1948. The comic strip was later turned into several cartoon specials that aired on CBS. The first beginning Charlie Brown Christmas in 1965. Also, since Franklin was added as a Peanuts character after the assassination of Dr. I'm sorry, skipping. He was actually added after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in 1968. They added him on there. According to the creator's wife, Gene Schulz, the company. I'm sorry, my thing jumping all over the place. The company that syndicated Peanuts to the papers objected to Franklin, the only black character, being included. Schulz threatened to quit over the objection and said, either you run it the way I drew it or I quit. Okay, Charles Schulz, he tried to stand up, it looked like, allegedly. However, in the 1973 special, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, Franklin was segregated from the group as he sat by himself on one side of the table while other characters, including Sally Brown, Peppermint Patty, Linus, and Charlie Brown's dog, Snoopy, were seated on the opposite side. So Charles, he gave in and shit, he got on cold with it. But in the trailer, Snoopy presents Welcome Home, Franklin. Franklin is finally offered a seat on the same side as the table. What you say?
Oh no, I was laughing because they had Snoopy on the other side of the table too.
Now, right. The new special. It said the new special focuses on Franklin after he moves to Brown's neighborhood and the two became best friends. In the trailer, Brown asked what kind of music he liked to Franklin by the Godfather soul James Brown before joking about them being related due to having the same last name. Nearly 1/10 in the video, Franklin is seen preparing to sit on the other side of the table, and Brown yells, "Hey Franklin, we saved your seat over here." He happily moves to the other side of the table and sits between Brown and Linus with his root beer and slice of pizza. So they try to correct what they did They fixed it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, a little late in the game for the fix. You know,
I know
a
I
couple
hate to
decades
complain, but I mean it's
late, but
almost an
you know, we'll take it.
overcorrection.
But like I said, right,
I,
right. You know what I'm saying? So there, like I said, there's always been propaganda. You know,
yeah, they just
go
should
ahead,
have
Swag.
redid it and eased them over there, you know. But I'm not gonna complain. I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, man. But it's just clear. It goes back to even remember Tom and Jerry. You had the mammy, like mammy. All you seen was her feet. And Thomas, you know, always saying Tom
Thomas.
and Jerry. Right. So, um, we always get put in propaganda, you know, blackface, this, that. So even in, like I said, I never noticed this either in the Charlie Brown. I used to watch it when I was a kid. I never noticed that. Um, you know, because like you said, you looking at it with kids' eyes, you just happy to be watching a damn cartoon. But
You know,
when you look at it eyes now, see it, it's clear as day. They got him sitting segregated. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But we're gonna end this one and last subject topic coming up. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Once again, we do appreciate
please
it.
hit the buttons,
Last
fam.
one, I got to talk about your boy. I got to talk about your boy. Oh, last two topics. We got two more. Last two topics. I got to talk about your boy, Tyrese, man. This nigga is
Uh-oh.
in the news again, and you won't believe why. You will not believe why, man. Embarrassing Tyrese slammed by black community after wishing he was born Latino one day before Black History. So Tyrese asked. Now they do say something more mentally wrong with him. You know, I think he be on the meds and stuff too. But he got basically people we got on his ass. People got on his ass because he said he wished he was born Latino. Um, he was in basically the singer Tyrese. And listen to this. He was in the headline after making a post celebrating his love for a Mexican family, saying he wished he was Latino. He made the remarks in a post on Instagram where social media users instantly blasted him for not seemingly disparaging his own race, but also for the timing of his lengthy in caption just the day before the start of Black History. So we immediately, the grassroots got on his punk ass.
Ha!
The video clip Gibson shared well, on January 31st features the family surprising their patriarch with a new vehicle as a thank you for his years of service to provide for them. Many gathered around the man to usher him outside the garage of what is soon to be his home. When he gets to the curb, they surprise him with a new truck. So basically, a Mexican dude, you know, a Latino brother, he was getting a truck. You know, his family was blessing him, I guess. I like, oh man, we're gonna buy our father a truck. You know what I'm saying? So they, you know, giving him some love. Now, Tyrese wrote a five-paragraph essay that seemed to be a tribute to Latin family structure, but splashed disparagement of his own race. So this is what he started off to say. Sometimes I wish I was born Latino. I mean, the Latin community is grounded in family, loyal entrepreneurs, business, men and women literally represent the dream, the grind, the hustle, doing whatever it takes to sit together against all odds. Huh? Ain't that a bitch? Don't we? So we don't do that. Black community, we don't do that. We don't believe in loyalty, family. We don't have entrepreneurs, business men, women, and men that represent the dream. I guess, huh? Now he said. Now this is what else he said. He said if if us as black culture was more grounded in these integral magical nuances of us, we would be dominant. Now he also goes on to give the Jewish community props. He says, "I've learned a lot from the Jewish community, sticking together, eating dinner every Friday together. I've learned about the Muslim community throughout all my travels in Middle East. They have a father structure where they honor the fathers in the Middle East. Now, see, all this shit he talking is a disrespect to me and my family because I had two great grandfathers." Not great grandfathers. I mean, literally great. They not my great grandfather, but two good grandfathers. They were very inspirational to me. My granddaddy D and my papa Zeke. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Both of these men was no nonsense men. They were no nonsense men, and they took care of their family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Papa Zeke, he was with my grandmother for over 50 something years. Took no mess. And they worked, him and his wife worked hard to get everything they had. They were able to buy 2 homes paid for. They were able to do things. Even on my other side, my granddaddy D and my grandmother, granddaddy D and my grandmother, I didn't know them, but granddaddy D and grandmother wasn't even together no more until I got older. So think
That was
about this.
Papa with
He
the big
wasn't
house,
even with
wasn't
my
it?
grandma. Yeah, granddaddy D, he wasn't even with my grandmother anymore, and he still took care of her and his kids. You get what I'm saying? And he was over there every night eating with us and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? He would stop by, like, oh, granddaddy D here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
to hear this fool talk about we don't have that in our community, we don't have loyalty, we don't have business women and business men in our community. And we supposed to tip our hat to all these other communities. I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with those other communities if they got that going on. I'm just saying that we got the same shit, if not more, going on. You know what I'm saying? So how you giving it up to somebody? We are against the odds in this country. We are against all odds, as Tupac said. We are against we the definition of against all odds.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I ain't saying that you can't give other people respect and give them props, but then you go, see, I don't like that wag your finger shit. Like, I don't know. Okay, if you want to get them props, but then don't come back talking about if us in the black culture was more grounded. Nigga, you ain't
That's
grounded.
part of
You the
what got
same
Bill
nigga that was on
Cosby
the,
ass
what
in
more do
trouble.
you want from me? What? Well, him doing that?
Bill Cosby, back when he put the shades on, every time he opened his mouth with them shades on, he got himself for hot water. Man, but I hate to kick Tyrese
Who's that?
back in.
I hear you. You broke up.
Oh, I was talking about that finger wagging is what got Bill Cosby in hot water. But about Tyrese, I hate to kick his back in, but
right.
But yeah, I think with Tyrese, I think this is surrounding his poor choice in women. And I got a feeling that he feels like if he was Latino, like his ex-wife, baby mama, then he would be respected more. I mean, he got enough money to afford the trinkets, and if he had made better decisions, maybe
that's deep.
Yeah, I think that maybe if he made different decisions,
you hit it on the head. You hit it on the head.
Yeah, I think that if he had made better decisions, or what he feels like is better decisions, that he would have more of a family unit. Now, I mean, I'm not gonna knock him for his choice of women because everybody seems to have poor choices at some time in their mate. Sometimes love picks itself. But I mean, I feel for him, man. But I think he'll come through in the end. But it's not a good look at all. You don't talk out loud. You don't talk out of turn out loud like that.
Exactly. Now you hit it, Swag. You hit it on the head. You bullseyed that motherfucker because he says it. He says, when he started talking about a Jewish community, they stick together and they eat dinner Friday. The Muslims, this is what he said. They have a father structure where they honor the father's will. Fathers, the Middle East thinking in the mentality is that they would much rather have a son over a daughter because they know there's nothing like the leadership of a father and a man and being in the head of the household. So you're right. And then listen to what he says here. I have no idea. I have no idea how we lost our way. We can't get anything done and accomplished as a fragmented culture, insecure, hurt by each other, competitive towards our own race, killing ourselves every single day. Majority of us is black men and millions. We are locked up in prison. Why the fuck you think we locked up in prison? We ain't doing it to ourselves, you dumbass nigga. Tyrese, you ought to know fucking man. Come from where you come from. I'm serious. You talk that stupid shit.
Yeah, he rich and slightly out of touch. That's all.
He must be getting paid. So he must be bought and paid now. They must have sent him a check. They must like, oh, what do you want from me? We want you to say black people ain't shit.
Not Tyrese.
Nah, that nigga bought and paid, man.
Man, that nigga
who gonna
broken.
say some stupid shit like
that?
That nigga is
broken, man. I'm gonna let him live.
That nigga is. Man, he on the Cat Williams shit. That nigga's bought and paid for. He's a plant. That nigga's a plant because think about it. He be, he always been saying off the wall shit. Now he gonna say some stuff like this. You talking about millions of black men and women locked up in prison. Why do you think they locked up in prison? Why do every year, Swag, we get more than 10 innocent black people who was let out of jail? How many we'd have in the last since the pandemic? Man, we didn't had over damn near, it seemed like over 50 or to 100 innocent black people get let out of jail and get $1 million settlements. You get what I'm saying? So you talking about all this, oh, we always locked up. Nigga, get what we can delineate your punk ass, nigga.
Hey man, I'm
You can
telling
get
you,
your
man.
ass
I've
on with
always said this from day one that for every extremely talented person, they have an
yeah.
equal and opposite weaknesses, just as strong. And he's got to do something in the way he's wired right now. You know, he has his ebbs and flows, just like Kanye. He don't go as far over the deep end, but I don't think he's as big of a genius as Kanye. So, I mean, I pray for Tyrese. I'm going to let him live, but he ain't shit for that one.
Yeah, man. I mean, you don't that finger wagging shit. You don't do that, man. I mean, if you want to get I'm just saying though, for real. If you want to give props to other communities, get them motherfucking props and then shut the fuck up.
I know. Get a kudos. Shake some
and,
hands.
And well, we don't get nothing we don't get nothing done and accomplished. Come on, dude.
Nigga, the game ain't set us for it to get shit done and accomplished.
Exactly. Anytime we get something accomplished, they tear that shit down. The powers that be tear that shit down. And then for you to sit up here talking about majority of us is black men and millions of us are locked up. Yo dumbass, you just oblivious to why we all locked up? It's a system, you dumbass. And then he gonna say, of course we are beyond powerful, influential, successful, but imagine we all linked up like the other communities linked up. See, this is the kind of okey doke 1, 2, 3 thinking that a lot of us have. If we did all linked up and because y'all can't think outside the box, you don't see the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? Yo dumb ass don't see the whole picture. You sit up here and talk all this stupid shit, nigga. You wounded over a female. I mean, you been wounded over this female for I don't know how many years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to the point, this woman that wounded your bitch ass to the point where you don't even want to be black no more. That's a damn shame.
Oh, he hot.
That is a damn shame. That's a damn shame. You broken. You butt broken, brother.
I'll give you that one. He is broken.
He's broken because now you denouncing so basically you putting yourself down. You ain't outside of us. You one of us. You right. He talking like he ain't one of us and stuff. You talking like you something else. I would really be. I wish. And you know what, Tyrese? I wish you would have got your wish to be Latino. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Your bitch ass wouldn't have no You wouldn't have no goddamn music career. You wouldn't have got that.
No, that nigga just be Salvador Figueroa.
Exactly. Working at the swap meet or some shit. Bitch ass.
Selling candles.
I apologize, y'all.
That nigga was hot, y'all. Yeah,
I'm just saying that.
Out of the collar, ladies and gentlemen.
I just, you know what? Off code behavior does something to me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's off code behavior. That's clearly off code behavior. Like you said, like our parents always said, you don't talk remember when you used to go on the street, what they always say, hey, you don't talk about family business when you go outside and play.
You do not talk out of turn in front of folks.
You don't say anything in front of company. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't say anything, even if it's true. You don't say that shit in front of no damn company. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you, man? Brother, how dare you? And then I ain't even tripping on the day before Black History Month, but really, dog, that's what you on? All right, Tyrese.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. But hey, I ain't gonna kick his back in.
I'm kicking it. His back already.
Hell yeah, nigga, you doing the motherfucking Motown stomp on this?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for
real, man. It's like while you talking about all black men, what we don't have time for, Tyrese, you should have added yourself. We don't have time for whiny, uh, bitch talk type niggas,
He
Tyrese.
still
We
have.
don't have. I'm just saying we don't. You talk about we in jail. We don't. And we got bitch niggas like you representing us in front of the masses. We got we got weak ass men like you representing us from in front of the masses and talking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? How does that make yourself look? When you talk about how we look weak and all this, you talking about yourself, bro. Other these other communities that you getting giving props to, they don't respect you. They don't respect your ass. Look, Tyrese just had an incident. Remember, he went in Home Depot and got racially profiled. That shit just happened in December. So you sitting up here talking all this and that, and your black ass, he got a lawsuit against Home Depot or Lowe's.
Ladies and
He
gentlemen,
do.
we got him.
Shit, I got that receipt. Like, so how you gonna sit up here and talk about? You talking about we just need to do better, but your punk ass can't even go to Home Depot. Them same Latinos you giving props to, they can go to Home Depot and not be bothered. But your ass go to Home Depot and you supposed to be a star, and they own your punk ass. So we gotta watch that, y'all. Like, that's one thing, brothers. Don't be like this dude. Don't be like this, brother. Young brothers, don't be like him.
This old nignog.
Yeah. Don't sit up here and complain about being racially profiled and all. Oh, they racially profiled me at Home Depot and all this, and then the next breath you talking about some. I wish I was Latino. I wish I was like these people. I wish I was Middle Eastern.
Hey, that
I wish I was.
Got the straws out loud. That's what.
Like, dude. And he tweeted this out. Like, man, this is, like I said, you don't be like Fannie Lou Willis and you don't be like Tyrese Gibson.
Nigga, you ever heard the mantra, don't press send? Herb Melville said it best. Don't press send.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to end this one here. I'm going to end this one here, man. But you know what?
He done.
I'm gonna end it on a good note. No, I'm for real. I had to cuss Brother Tyrese out, but I
hope you tight over there.
Hope he gets the help he needs. He need to get Brother
Thoughts and prayers, man. Thoughts and prayers.
He need to get his head on straight because he's just talking out his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, for real, I do. That's that's why, like, the most disgusting things when I see a brother.
Yeah, that was egregious.
A brother sit up there, whine and cry, talking about he wish he was something else.
And I have to close my eyes. And
yeah, I can't leave it. I can't leave his picture up to end this. Let me put the logo back up. All right, y'all.
He was looking like Franklin sitting on the other side of the table.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Weekend High Podcast. I enjoyed my fellow co-host, my dog, my brother from another, my man.
Hey, salute y'all. Oh, we had a good time tonight, boy.
Definitely. Yes, sir. Always. But had a good time tonight, man. Definitely leave your comments. I know some of y'all probably gonna disagree with me. I know I hope my great auntie Sweetie ain't listening to it because she gonna be mad. I'm cussing like, sorry, Auntie Sweetie.
Oh yeah, you went in. Hey,
sorry, Auntie.
Every day this month, y'all, and even continue it on after that. But try to learn something about Black history that wasn't in the school textbooks and enrich yourself a little bit.
Yes, Black History Challenge. List somebody we don't know. Don't do George Washington Carver. Don't do Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Do some folks you ain't heard of. Right, like we was talking about McKissick. We was talking about Mary Batten Brown and her husband Albert Batten Brown.
Yeah, no Duke Ellington. Yeah,
no Duke Ellington, no Langston Hughes. Nobody that we know and who's made contributions to the American Society and Inventions and things. 'Cause remember, we invented a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff we get credit for. A lot of stuff we don't because we wasn't even allowed to get patents back then. So,
Yeah,
um, I mean, think about it. When you look at your doorknob every day when you open that door, we made that's us. When you go to the traffic light, that's us. When you set your home security system, that's us. When you do
there
your
you go.
HVAC, your heating and cooling, that's us.
Get 'em.
So most of the modern uses or comforts of home were invented. When you peel back the covers, like I always like to say, you go see somebody who look like me or swag. You know what I'm saying?
There
When
you
you break
go.
all the receipts down, when you follow the trail back, you're like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Even a light bulb,
He
Lewis
said
Latimer, you know what I'm
Cornelius.
saying?
Right.
As the SWS is like, or the SWs like to say, oh well, he didn't invent the light bulb, he just created the filament. Well, that's the main part of the fucking light bulb is the
Yeah, that's the
filament.
damn
Oth-
element that produces the illumination, motherfucker.
the glass bulb ain't shit without the filament.
Ah, ah.
So
And you
I
put a
mean,
goldfish in that shit otherwise.
exactly. So make sure you do your history. Make sure you indulge yourself in history. History can be fun. Find something in history that you like about or want to learn about Black culture. Indulge yourself. Push yourself and your children. Also, there are books out there. Brother Three got the A to Z for the kids for the Black History Month. He got a book A to Z. I think it's on Amazon. Like he's hitting that Black History from A to Z. I don't know if I said that right. Sorry about that if I didn't. But I may be putting. Maybe we can. I might put together a book coming in the future. We might need to do that ourselves because we can't depend on Brother Tariq, Brother TBA, and other
Yeah,
brothers at
man.
the forefront to
We got a
do it
couple
all.
irons in the fire. We just gotta see it through, man.
Yeah. So definitely, it takes all of us. It takes all of us to get out here and speak the truth, and bring truth to power, and empower ourselves. So make sure you do that. And we want to say peace and reparations. And next
Salute.
episode coming up, I'm going to be speaking. I'm gonna give y'all a sentence in Tut language. I've been on my Tut
Oh,
language.
get the fuck out of
So
here.
uh, so Pummy Kunte Lulabuve, y'all should know what that means. And I'm gonna give you. Actually, I'll give you the sentence now. Uh, Miak, Miak, Naime, Isas, Kazuk. So if y'all don't know, that means my name is Casey. So said that in the Tut language, our language, foundational Black American language. So get on your Tut language. You're not gonna find a lot of books about it because it's a secret language. But try to find. You may uncover alphabet. You may uncover some things here and there. But get on your Tut language, man. Definitely.
We
Also, that'd be
might
something cool you can do with your kids and learn. Other than that, peace and love to my real family. Peace and love to my family who ain't family by blood. And peace to my co-host Swag. Swag, what's your final thoughts?
salute, y'all. Enrich yourself and love your family and let them love you. Love yourself.
On that note, yes, sir. On that note, Weekend High Podcast. We out, y'all. Peace.
Salute.